How much of these fun facts about Lake Mead did you know? Just a short drive from Las Vegas, here are some of the most fascinating facts and hidden secrets of Lake Mead you would not believe. 1. It is man-made. In 1936, Lake Mead was artificially made to provide water for the rapidly expanding Las Vegas area. The Hoover Dam was constructed to divert the Colorado River and supply water to Arizona, California, and Nevada, as well as some areas of Mexico, in order to fill the reservoir. 2. It became the country's first national recreation area. The area around Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam became the first officially recognized recreational area in the nation as a result of the Wilderness Act of 1964, which designated specific federal areas around the nation as public wilderness. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation believed that a national designation would encourage greater outdoor recreation at the picturesque reservoir, and their predictions came true. It is still a well-liked spot for hiking and water sports. 3. It's quite enormous. The lake itself is twice the size of Rhode Island and has a shoreline that stretches for 550 miles or 885 kilometers. But the Lake Mead recreational area, which encompasses Lake Mojave, Las Vegas Bay, and the surrounding area, spans 2 states, Nevada and Arizona, and is roughly the same size as Florida's Everglades. It stretches 110 miles long. Lake Mead is by far the more impressive, totaling 1.5 million acres and 225 square miles. 4. It provides water to around 25 million people. The reservoir has turned into a water source for about 25 million people, as well as the nearby farmlands, still supplying water to Arizona, California, Nevada, and even certain portions of Mexico. That about sums up Australia's whole population, 26 million people. That's a whole country's water supply. 5. The Rocky Mountains provide the water for it. The Colorado River, which originates in the Rocky Mountains, supplies Lake Mead with the majority of its water, along with the smaller Las Vegas Wash, Virgin, and Muddy rivers. Here, the Colorado River is nourished by snowmelt in the spring before entering the reservoir. 6. It's paradise for boat lovers. Las Vegas isn't typically considered a destination for water sports. Las Vegas Bay Marina, however, has a Californian or Floridan vibe to it with its cedars and rows of boats. The waters of Lake Mead are crowded with boats of various sizes. This comprises a paddle wheeler in the manner of the Mississippi River that provides various dining and sightseeing options. Additionally, houseboats can be rented if you want to spend more than one day on the lake. 7. It previously belonged to indigenous people. Several Native American tribes once made Lake Mead area their home. Archaeological research revealed evidence of their presence here between 8,000 and 10,000 years ago. Archaeologists have even found the bones of creatures that the early settlers would have hunted, including ground sloths, camels, and mountain sheep, in a nearby cave. The Lake Mead recreational area still contains petroglyphs that serve as a reminder of its ancient past to tourists. Early settlers seeking to enter the uncharted lands of the West founded the village of St. Thomas on the banks of the Colorado River in 1865, 1 year after Nevada became a state. But in 1938, it was given up. The town's buildings eventually became drowned by Lake Mead's rising waters. 8. People believed it is location of Pueblo Grande, a lost metropolis. The vanished city of Pueblo Grande was also discovered along with these archaeological sites. Ancient Puebloans, also known as the Anasazi, are believed to have inhabited this area as early as 8000 BC and up until AD 1150. The city's structures, which range in size from 20 to 100 rooms, are an excellent representation of how the Puebloans lived. 9. A ghost town was submerged in it. Mormons mistook the region for Utah and established St. Thomas here in 1865 with the intention of settling on prime agricultural land along the banks of the Colorado River. When they realized their error, they set a number of structures on fire and moved to Salt Lake City. Early settlers moved in right away, but the settlement didn't remain deserted for very long. The people were compelled to leave the town in 1938 when the region was inundated to build the reservoir. Some of the ghost town can still be seen today due to the lake's low water levels. 10. A novel was written about St. Thomas. Jackson Ellis wrote his 2018 book, Lords of St. Thomas, about the abandoned community after visiting the recently resurrected ghost town of St. Thomas. The final family that lived in the town before it was eventually flooded tells the tale. 12. It's ideal for a camping vacation. Campers can set up their tent at 15 various spots across the recreational area, which has about 900 camping and RV sites. While other RV parks put you in the middle of the desert, some, like Lake Mead RV Village, are located right on the edge of the water. The campgrounds are accessible all year long and provide amenities including picnic tables, running water, and grills. 13. It contains hiking areas that people love. Numerous lovely hiking paths wind through the region as they take in the varied topography, from strange rock formations to the lake's own expanse of blue. Ambitious hikers should choose the difficult uphill trails and the canyons, while those looking for a more leisurely stroll can visit old indigenous sites, abandoned gold mines, and petroglyphs. 14. It is a boating haven. Boaters can explore more than 290 square miles, 750 square meters of crystal clear water between Lake Mead and Lake Mohave, another reservoir on the Colorado River within the Lake Mead National Recreational Area. The region has 13 separate boat launches, 6 of which have marinas, and the desert breezes make sailing perfect there. 15. Water activities are hugely popular in this area. Travelers and locals alike like spending their days on or in the water because of the intense desert heat that frequently exceeds 104 F40C. Although stand-up paddleboarding, water skiing, and wakeboarding are all extremely popular activities, most visitors prefer to hire a kayak or a canoe to experience the breathtaking canyon vistas. 16. Scuba diving is a must. The underwater scenery at Lake Mead and its surrounding Lake Mohave makes them among the best freshwater lakes in the world for scuba diving. Divers of all levels can find a variety of underwater areas, marine life, and a rough lake bottom. In Lake Mead, there are 10 different dive sites, one of which includes the B-29 Superfortress, a submerged Second World War aircraft. 17. An airplane from World War II crashed into it. In 1948, a plane from World War II crashed and sank into Lake Mead. The B-29 bomber's wreckage still lies at the bottom of the ocean where it crashed after taking out from California to conduct high-altitude atmospheric research. Fortunately, the personnel on board the aircraft made it through the collision. 18. A video game makes reference to the collision. In the well-known video game Fallout, Las Vegas, the damaged plane, Lake Mead, and the Hoover Dam all have a part to play. Popular in it, players can travel to several areas in a post-apocalyptic, futuristic scenario in the year 2077. 19. Lake Mead is home to a number of Second World War artifacts. A sunken military boat has also lately surfaced from the ocean alongside the crashed plane. It is one of around 1,500 Higgins boats that were transported from the US to Normandy during World War II. We don't know if this Higgins ever made it to Europe, but we do know that it was used to survey the Colorado River after the war. 20. Lake Mead hasn't been at full capacity. Since 1983, the reservoir's capacity has been decreasing. The lake's capacity was just 39% in 2010, and the only rise came in 2012 following a significant amount of snowfall in the Rockies. The lake's lowest point was achieved in the summer of 2022, and there are concerns that its capacity will continue to progressively decline. Why is Lake Mead losing its water? The 3 main causes of Lake Mead's drying up are excessive extraction, excessive heat, and insufficient snowpack. According to The Guardian, the water level has decreased a staggering 170 feet 52 meters since 1983, and officials believe it will continue to do so. Since then, the lake hasn't been at full capacity, and as of August 7, 2022, it only retains slightly more than a quarter, 27.36% of what it might. About 6.46 million acre-feet have flowed into Lake Mead so far in 2022, while approximately 8 million acre-feet have flowed out. An acre-foot is equivalent to an 8-lane pool, which is 82 feet 25 meters long, 52 feet 16 meters broad, and 9.8 feet 3 meters deep. Or, to put it another perspective, it would be about enough water to cover a football field in 1 foot of water. Why is Lake Mead's emptying up such a big deal? When it comes to water storage, Lake Mead is the biggest reservoir in the U.S. In addition to sections of Mexico, it supplies water to Arizona, California, and Nevada. It supports over 20 million people. The Colorado River is being drained by the demands of 40 million people in 7 other states. It's obvious that most people don't instinctively think of water in acre-feet. But if you can picture that, that's the equivalent of 800,000 8-lane swimming pools going dry each year in Lake Mead, or the length of 800,000 football fields. Approximately 25 million people in Arizona, Nevada, California, and Mexico receive their water from Lake Mead, which is currently experiencing a Tier 1 shortage that started in January. Southwest states had to reduce the amount of Colorado River water they could use under Tier 1 circumstances. Agriculture has been most impacted by these cuts.